Liquid Moly has been #1 in Germany for the past 10 years in motor oils and additives. We're super excited to bring the marine range now in North America. All that experience in the performance and the racing industry translated into the marine world couldn't be a better combination. Are you scared of using your warranty? Well, you shouldn't. Liquid Moly Marine product has all the approvals from the National Marine Manufacturers Association, FCW, TCW3, and also API specs. Please refer to your owner's manual for ride viscosity. Use the best to maintain your passion.
Maintain your passion.
Oils and additives.
Oh, Liquid Moly wants to be on there.
He wants to double up on the commercial.
Yeah.
So, Watercraft Network Wednesday.
We're back.
You ready?
Hey, I'm rested. I'm rocking.
Is your mic on? Doesn't sound like it.
I
Check
don't
your
think
mic.
you are.
I don't hear you.
This is it. Play with the.
I don't know. Well, that's good. You can always hear me.
You want to talk into my mic?
What happened?
I think he did.
I think he did.
shut
He
it
didn't
off.
talk much though last week. He just kind of sat there and looked pretty.
Is it
No.
muted?
Should be good to go.
Are we better? There we
There.
go.
Now we got.
Nah,
See what I'm
all
saying?
right.
Blames the intern.
No. He had the mute button on.
I just asked you that.
I
All
was
right.
I was scrolling with the volume.
Oh, that's
All right.
why.
I didn't
All right.
realize he had the.
Either way, we're back. We're live. It's Wednesday,
Wow. What a way to waste 2 minutes.
Hey,
Huh.
you know,
and you're
This-
rocking the new Daytona T-shirt there, or sweaty.
living
The
it,
sweaty.
living it. Great weekend this weekend. You know, already see all the ride footage down there at Daytona. Saw that our friend Brian was hanging out with Whammer at
Oh, that's got to be a
Whamilton's.
trip. That's got to be a trip.
Totally. Hey, did you guys see the picture of the swag bag that he put up?
Yeah.
Saw a little bit of a Watercraft Network lanyard in there.
The new lanyards.
That was pretty cool. You know, yeah, there it
you
is.
go, right there.
There it is right there. That's a cool swag bag. You know, I mean, kudos to Daytona and Torrent for doing such a good job with that this year. You know, with the they got the hand sanitizer in there. Grand National would be thrilled if you notice there's some chapstick there. You know, they got rocking the Frito-Lay products. Obviously, you know, long-time sponsor, Jet Maniac, throwing in. I saw there's, you know, Jet Maniac swag in each bag, whether it's a hat, like a winter hat, or
I'm not sure what that is.
I think that may be a mask. I'm not sure, but you know, great job by Torrent and
That's a hell of a cover on Pro Rider.
yeah, and obviously the Pro Rider mag there. So really, really cool. Excellent of them. And you know what I meant to tell you guys before we started the show? You know who reached out to me earlier this week? Our good friend from
Donald
Bopinski.
Trump. Oh,
Oh, Bobinski.
Joe from Bopinski in the kickback chair just checked in to see how we're doing. You know, said say hi to the boys. Wants to come back on. We'll have to talk about it. You know, they have some stuff going on.
I was going to say, has he got any new product coming out here? That,
He's got a whole host of product in development, but they're still trying to meet their benchmark with the kickback chair. And I told him, I think it's priced artificially low. It's like $140 for the chair, $139.
it's really not that bad when you think about it in a breakdown.
No, you know,
Goes with you.
But if the man's making money and he's happy and he's selling a
Screw
lot
it.
of product, what's the matter?
no, I was just saying, you know, I mean, he was telling me how he's seeing it priced higher through like Amazon and other retailers, and he said, you know, we just don't know if our number's right. And I said, look, Joe, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think at $139, it's a gift. I mean, it really is a high quality product. It's American made, you know, aircraft grade aluminum, you know, very, very sturdy product. And, you know, just for that price point, you know, when somebody goes out and buys a 10 or a 12 or a $15,000 ski, $130 for a kickback chair is not a lot of
Nothing.
money.
Nothing.
And it really is an innovative product. You know, I mean, I told him, I said, I can't tell you how many conversations we had last summer with just having the kickback chair on a machine. You know, I mean, how just genuinely interested people
Mhm.
were.
And we love ours.
That's what I said to him. I said, you know, and he's such a good guy. He said, "Oh, I got to get you guys more product." And I said, "No, we don't. Look,
We can only ride 2 months out of the year.
That's what
So-
it feels like, don't it?
exactly.
It does.
It unfortunately it does feel like that. But I told him, I said, you know, look, we stand behind products that we believe in, and we like to promote the products that we use and we've had success with.
Mhm.
You know, Liquid Molly, Jet Pilot, Bomber Floating Eyewear. You know,
SBT.
yeah, Watercraft
I've had
Superstore.
multiple conversations with them this week.
They're amazing. They're amazing. You know, anybody who deals with Watercraft Superstore, if you don't have a good customer experience, you are on the just you're the minority because honestly, they're just absolutely incredible in terms of customer service, customer support, custom work like what they're doing for
Yep.
you.
And I had Stephanie, the general manager,
Yeah, Steph, yeah, she's great.
emailing me back and forth all week. How do you like this? What about this? What about this?
They're just their customer service is amazing, and you know that's really like we've talked before. You know, the secret is watercraft people. You know, they're true watercraft enthusiasts. Whether you're talking about Bonacci, the bomber, who was racing back in the West Coast days in the heyday.
Yep.
You know, true watercraft enthusiasts. Watercraft Superstore. I mean, they eat, sleep, and drink personal watercraft. You know, same thing. Look at the degree of involvement this year. Liquid Molly. You know, Liquid Molly supporting Daytona this weekend. Every single event. You know, they're at Wave Days. They're at the Belly Buster. They're just continuously involved with and part of the community. Yeah. Speaking of the Belly Buster. You know, speaking of the Belly Buster, mark your calendars now
Mm-hmm.
because with all the COVID stuff going on and, I mean, all of the cancellations, look, even our event here, JetFest in the Northeast, we're a lot different than other events in our geographical region because our body of water is regulated.
By DEC.
Weather.
No,
well,
it's just,
But in terms of
NCON.
but it-
NCON in the state.
Oh, yeah.
but in terms of permitting, Mel, we're saying,
Definitely.
where we are because we're within the forest preserve, within the Adirondack Park, we're regulated by the Department of Environmental Conservation. So, we're not even, although we're planning on hosting our event this year, we're not entirely sure that it'll get permitted. We just don't know.
And we're only in January, so it's not. Still got another 5 months to go.
But the point of the matter is, the Pro Watercross Tour stops are all permitted. They're all in place. One of them happens to be the first of its kind racing event in conjunction with a large-scale recreational event, and that's the Belly Buster at Lake Hartwell, Georgia.
I wonder if it's going to be Belly Buster 3.0.
Well, they're calling it. I think it is
think so.
3. I think they're calling it like V 3.0. We'll have to ask Scott and/or Rodney. I know those guys are always working on something down there. There's no way that we're not going this year, unless we're in complete COVID lockdown.
We're going.
I don't have a problem.
Hey, and
I'm
unless
about $3 short during the welfare.
unless our emperor governor puts the National
Wow.
Guard at the border here,
Yeah, true.
we're going. And the point was, with all of the stuff going on and with COVID and all events and everything being such a fluid situation, make sure you plan on the Belly Buster because that's just one of those events that's just absolutely amazing. And
I mean, I like the racing. Don't get me wrong. It's exciting. It's great to be part of. But when we took that little extra rec tour on Sunday, it was awesome.
We went up past
lake,
Clemson.
Yeah, the lake was phenomenal.
yeah.
You can get lost on that lake quick.
If you don't have a
Oh, yeah,
GPS,
easy.
you're screwed.
Yep.
It was insane.
and again, Carolina Watercraft Club just does an amazing job of, they know that area, they're involved locally,
You know
and
what the best part is too? Is they got a free ski to give away this year.
Yeah, the same ski back.
Same ski.
so cool. It's so
That's
cool.
crazy.
Any of you that may or may not remember that Evil Knievel type of themed, custom painted C2 XP, the X4 hull that they gave away was actually donated back to the event. So those guys have something up their sleeve, though. They're not just going to give away one watercraft.
Oh no.
There's going to be two.
Not this year.
There's going to be two, and it's just, again, it's one of those events that you have to give credit to the Carolina Watercraft Club, because they were the guys who, threw their hand up and said, hey, we think we can do something here with Hartwell.
He definitely said 2 skis this year.
Yeah, see, there you go. 2 skis. It's one of those that you just, it's got to be on your 2021 list. If you're anywhere within the geographical region, Northeast, Southeast, Midwest, it's just worth it. It's one of those that just a do not miss for 2021.
Well, I hope 2021 is going to give everybody some relief.
I hope 2021 we get that other camera hooked up so that when you're,
Negative.
interjecting here, we
Negative.
can kind of do the.
You mean
and-
the Bishop cam?
Yes, because it's over there and it's
right there.
angled in the correct position.
It's on a tripod. It's
Except for he's just not hitting that button. You
Well,
Not
notice
hooked
that?
up.
We'll get there. We'll get
I,
there.
I haven't worked out in 6 months, so
Uh-huh.
staying off camera.
Look, as we said, this isn't MSNBC. It's not Fox. It's sure as hell not CNN. We just
like
get.
the broke CNN.
The other thing too, I was literally just on the phone with Arnold Martinez.
Yeah.
You know who Arnold is, right?
Does he work out?
He works out. He's sexy and he knows it too.
What?
So
Oh, boy.
no. Arnold was on the cover of Pro Rider this month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
55,
awesome.
runs an EX, runs on the West Coast. He was down at Naples, running all over the place. So
Damn.
looks like we're gonna have a West Coast representation.
That's pretty
Watercraft Network.
And a little.
cool. I'm definitely curious about the West Coast. I mean, East Coast is nice. But I don't know.
There's
man,
a
it's
lot
pretty
going
nice
on out there.
Mm.
So and Arnold wants to be a part of it.
Someday I'd like to go to Lake Havasu, just because that's all you hear about.
Yeah. I mean, look,
You know?
there's there shouldn't be that
You
Biggie
just want to
Tupac.
sing London Bridge. That's all.
That's what he
Me
wants
sing?
to do. Exactly what he wants to do. And correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't he Liquid Molly affiliated as well?
He does. He actually got hooked up with Gary and those guys at Hartwell, I believe, last year.
Yes.
Fantastic. And speaking of Liquid Molly, I think we should probably announce. We had late last year we had put up a post. That we're going to do what we can to help out and support a couple of riders in 2021. And I think we've come to a decision in terms of one of the riders we're going to support, and we hope to do more. Look, we wish we could do a lot more, but we're working with a very limited budget here at Watercraft Network. We love to reinvest back in, support events like Daytona, support events like SCX 2019 presented by the Hot Seat coming up in Australia in just over a month, and we'll have Maddie on in a couple of weeks to discuss that. But
Yes, we will.
we love to reinvest back into the community, and we're going to do that in the form of monetary sponsorship. And we figured out that will be at least who we're going to initially help out for certain for 2021 is, drum roll,
Wyatt Hayes.
Wyatt Hayes, Three Brothers Racing, young guy,
1920, I believe.
runs a bunch of classes, runs
I believe he's got a Pro Force.
has a GP1, Commander GP1, runs a bunch of sport classes, and we really like to help the younger generation, the up and comers, the guys who are working on with a budget and who are really trying to attend as many events as possible, and who are good ambassadors of the sport. And there's nobody better than the Hayes family. Rex, his boys, absolutely amazing. the work that Rex has done in development of some of the classes with Powerboat Nationals, their support of the pro watercross sport classes, absolutely amazing. So we're really, really honored and humbled to be able to help someone in terms of a minor degree of sponsorship, and we're really, really thrilled to be able to do that with Wyatt. So we'll hear more about that over the next couple months as the season starts.
We'll have to get Wyatt on just as a
just BS with them and have some fun, and
maybe his dad will poke in.
The other one that we have to get on too is the Money Sponge. We haven't talked to the Money. Yeah, we haven't talked to the Money Sponge. I'll reach out to him and get him on before the end of the month.
Isn't it today was Stephanie's?
Today's Haley's birthday. That's
birthday.
great.
Yep.
Good. That's a good call. Good call. Happy birthday to Haley. See that she's doing really well from everything Steph throws up on the internet.
Yep.
Good to see that she's doing well. Looks like she's doing a lot of cheerleading and staying active. And, obviously we want to wish her a happy birthday. Hope that she has a great day, great remainder of the limited school season, which is left. And hopefully we'll get to see her in Naples at the end of next summer, early fall. But, we're obviously supposed to have Chris Haggis on tonight. Looks like something may be going on there as
Maybe he got busy.
Hey.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier.
Dude, you know what? That happens. So we do it. We do an improv. And
So you know what happened? Watercraft Network bought another cane. Just saying.
Wasn't going to let the cat out of the bag.
I had to.
But the boys here, we picked up another cane.
We did. It's a we thing.
And
It's a wee thing.
and see here's unofficially what's happening. Mel has a cane with a ton of WSM Performance products and Watercraft Superstore SBT parts on it. I mean, full
completely
SBT.
built from the crank up.
Yeah, I mean, it's full SBT electronics, all WSM internals. I mean, thanks to Three Brothers Racing, we got a nice set of 44mm Mikunis on it, GP760 water box, full custom built. Then we have my cane, which we're in the process. Jody and I today were with our machinist, doing a bunch of work to the Riva Red Pipe, re-indexing it. We're going to go with the Yamaha conversion. So the third cane is technically somebody's cane.
Oh.
And as much as he pretends that he doesn't love canes, he's a CCL, closet cane lover. And, so the third cane that we picked up, just one of those that we, just happened to be available and we had to get our hands on it. And we'll see what comes of that cane. Maybe that cane will be used in some type of a liquid moly Watercraft Superstore WSM feature presentation early this summer, or maybe we'll fix her up, clean her up, and send her on her way and save another cane from going to the boneyard.
So if this is technically my cane,
It's technically your cane.
Technically.
Yeah.
I can kind of technically do what I want with it.
We're
You
not
cannot
shooting
take
at
it. Wait, hang on. You cannot take it out to the shooting range and
No.
light it up.
That's what he's thinking, too.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
terrible.
Cane hater. It
So-
has to run. It's
All right, so I have to keep it running.
correct.
Yep.
It has to be water ready.
You can't pull it behind the four-wheeler or the truck.
I said it's got to be. It's got to be a water vessel.
Look,
Yep.
it's technically your cane, but it has to be a running cane at all times. It can't be, I want to Titanic this thing and take it up the Stage 5 rapids of the Sacandaga River and just friggin' blow out the hull. That can't happen. You can't
You're
abuse
pissing my ice cream hard here.
It's look.
All right. So, other than what you've said, I can do anything I want with it.
It's your cane. You can absolutely do it. Look, we each have to have a cane. I mean, look. Real men ride canes, okay?
I mean, it's
I
from
mean-
a legend.
Real men ride canes. So what we're saying is we picked up a third cane. It needs a little bit of love.
What doesn't around here?
I
Oh
mean,
my
it's a
God.
cane. I mean, it's 25 years old. But, we have We have the really nice 700cc Polaris cane that Mel has. We have the 701 Polaris Yama cane that we're currently working on and will be working on for the next couple months. Then we have the Jody cane. And it cannot be.
This kind of sounds like a candy cane.
Well, hey, if you want to paint it like a candy striper, we're cool with that. But you got to have a cane. That's I mean.
But I could do anything I want with it.
Aside from destroying it, yes.
Okay. So I can show the generous side of me?
And just give it away?
We'll give it away as a raffle ski at Jet Fest.
Okay. Well, but if we don't have Jet Fest, then it's your cane. We'll work that out, offline. But as of right now, each one of us is a cane owner, and we just wanted to congratulate you on your ownership of a cane. We know how much you've wanted a cane for so long, and that you just...
It'll look fantastic riding next to that Yamaha boat you got.
Exactly.
How the hell am I going to do both at the same time?
Don't even. Grand National pretty much
Grand National's going to be on the blaster.
Don't worry. We'll work all that out. One of us will...
He needs to get some seat time.
Yes, he does.
One of us will pilot that. But so as Mel said, we have a third cane here. We'll introduce you to her in one of these lives when we're out in the barn one of these weekends working on stuff.
Right. Well, hopefully this year we'll be able to have Jet Fest. There's nothing better than giving back.
Hey, look,
I like that idea.
What?
It'd be a second giveaway boat at Jet Fest.
I think it's great.
Look, we already have.
And then I'm out of a cane.
Look, we have a square nose Superjet to give away at Jet Fest. If you really want it, we can send the cane as our second raffle ski. The problem's going to be, the great state of New York that we live in, and dealing with the state regulating authority. Other entities that host events in this state and in this area don't have to deal with the same regulating authority. If you host an event wherever on the Hudson River or somewhere else, you don't necessarily have to deal with environmental conservation. You know what I mean? It's not an environmental conservation regulated waterway in certain areas, nor are other lakes and bodies of water. So, and quite honestly, even if we have to cancel Jet Fest because it's not permitted, all the riders are going to show up anyway.
I know.
I mean, they did this year, and it was COVID. There was a huge contingency of riders there. So, hopefully we're able to pull that off. And other event organizers, there are a whole host of events scheduled for 2021, and we hope that all of them are able to pull them off safely and legally, with permitting and insurance and all of the, the necessary safeguards that are in place. But it's going to be a tough year. As we said, we were talking earlier, there's 330 million people in the United States, and if you want to vaccinate everybody, you got to vaccinate 1 million people a day. It's not happening.
That takes you a year.
And dude, the federal government is not efficient enough to run the postal service profitably. I can't see them, mass vaccinate.
Run the country.
And
yeah, I'm just saying, a agency, they can't. Friggin' post office loses $50 million a day, every day.
And the monkey that runs our state is too busy trying to make sure he gets into Washington, which, please.
Yeah, take him.
Please take him.
But, so we don't know New York. We don't know about other states, about, organized events. But what we do know is, Pro Watercross has all of the necessary safeguards in place. The municipalities and facilities that they deal with are beyond comfortable. Look at this weekend. Brian talking to us last week about Daytona, the Hard Rock.
Hard Rock is going out of their way to make sure that it's sanitized, clean. Your room is for you, not everybody else's germs.
Yeah, the room's taped off before you walk in the door.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see a lot of other states do that and get proactive, where you're going to see some of the states like ours say, whoa, 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 hands off, social distance, shut down events. And it's just all in a matter of how local government decides to handle that. So,
I know they were talking about it this week. They can't keep everything shut down, and they were actually talking about trying to figure a way to keep everything open and get everything back open.
I think you'll see a lot.
They can't afford it.
You're right. I think you'll see a lot of stuff open, but permitting large-scale events through the state, I don't think we're going to see it. But hey,
You never know.
we remain cautiously optimistic. So
And we'll have 2 boats to give away.
yeah, who knows? Hey, maybe we'll find a third by then. We're always bumping into stuff. I mean,
And possibly a vehicle.
yeah, I mean,
it's in the
our
works.
It's close.
I'm sure the vehicle will come through the road vehicle. That we're fairly confident with there. So we're promised
So
a
wait.
degree.
How many events in the U.S. have ever given away a vehicle
A car? None.
in a jet ski event?
I don't think any.
None.
I'm not saying it's a brand new car,
Right.
but
Oh, it's not a brand new Lexus.
well, no.
Hey, but a
I'm just
vehicle's a
saying.
vehicle. And look,
Hey,
If I was to win
let's just put it this way.
for $20
And I
ticket,
probably shouldn't
$20 ticket.
say this much of it. It's going to be a nice tow vehicle.
That's what I'm saying.
yep,
Get your ski back and forth to the water.
exactly.
Put
So-
that cane right in the back of it.
Well, unfortunately, like we said, there's obviously been some type of a hurdle or a roadblock with Mr. Haggis. Too much, really a bummer because we were looking to talk to him.
Well,
at
it happens.
Yeah. No, look, he's running a business. We're on the other side of the country. We'll connect with Chris because we have some really, a lot of stuff that we want to talk to him about.
There
in
was
terms,
stuff he wanted to talk about.
yeah, and again, they're so active within the community. Whether it's that monument in Havasu, the Junior Stars program, the development of new riders, development of new parts. I just saw, and one of the things I wanted to ask him about is they're coming out with new side sponsors and hull extenders for the Kawasaki SX and SXI 750s, which those of you who don't know have always been plagued with handling issues. And the SXR came out, and it handles like it's on rails. And I saw what Pro Watercraft is doing for hull extenders and sponsons for those 750 hulls, and they need a lot of help. And if that's something that they could, resolve, I mean, those boats are fun boats.
There's a lot of them out there.
There's a ton of them out there. And if it's something, so whole host of things we want to talk to Pro Watercraft Racing about. We will when we catch up with them. We have, and which will probably be the end of this month, early February. But we got a lot of great shows coming up. Next week, we have our good friend, brother from another mother, PK Ewing from Take Point Now, the only veterans-based PWC group that consists of former combat military vets.
They should have a holiday named after him.
Dude, greatest guy. I
He is.
told Jody I caught up with him
Over the weekend, wasn't it?
just had a great conversation with him. Just such an amazing person. I could talk to him for hours just because he has such great perspectives and such a an incredible. He's had amazing life experiences. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
He's smart too.
A very intelligent
Yeah, he
guy.
is.
Just
And don't let him get a hold of you.
but just the
Squeeze the
greatest
shit
guy.
out of you.
Just the greatest guy. So look forward to having a conversation with him. Then we
Oh, my
have
God.
Maddie from SCX, I believe, the following week.
That's a great
Yep.
event.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I think we're going to have Arnold the weekend after.
So we'll reconnect with Chris Haggis. Lot to talk about with Pro Watercraft Racing. But until then, I think we put a bow on it. We're gonna be around this weekend. We got a lot of cane work going on. Now we got a third cane. We got a lot to keep Jody busy here. I mean,
That's right.
he thought he was almost out of the woods with Mel's cane done. Had to throw another one in the mix.
But we always ruin it for him. We always do.
There goes my ice cream.
All right, we're back next Wednesday. We'll see you then.